Here we are.
Hi, my name is Lee.
Hello, Leaf. So, do you classify yourself as homeless, or is there a better term?
Well, you know what? Home is where the heart is, and my heart's right here. So, I'm not homeless, I'm residentially challenged.
Cool.
I made that term up myself. Now, the way I became homeless is a good story. I came here in my pickup, and now I put my pickup from spot to spot to spot to spot. But then the cops towed my pickup away, and I was unable to get my pickup back because it's, $250, where I didn't have, why don't we just round it up to an even million, and then, but I couldn't get my pickup back. So now I'm on the street. Now, being on the street has its good points, has its bad points. Good points is I am completely liberated. Bad points is cops are always giving me tickets for getting drunk and being homeless. They call it camping illegally. That's so funny. Like, I'm camping. When you camp, you have a campfire, you roast marshmallows, you make s'mores, you roast hot dogs. That's camping. You have kids around, you play a little guitar, sing songs, right? What I was doing, I was surviving. If I get wet when it's cold out, I will die. I will die if I get wet when it's cold. What I was doing underneath that bridge was trying to survive. Am I allowed to survive? Okay, now I gotta show up to court on the 21st of this month. Explain to the judge what I was doing. Camping underneath that bridge. I wasn't camping, I was surviving. I'm gonna tell that judge that. And if that judge still insists on paying, okay, all right. First Amendment, right to peaceably assemble. Now, do you think the right to peaceably assemble was for people who just wanted to protest? And say, you think that? No, the right to peaceably assemble meant that for people who ain't got no place to go, who ain't got no home, will not get pressed into a warship, will not be forced into a labor camp, will not get drafted into an army, will not get fined by a petty frickin' government. That's what the right to peaceably assemble was meant for. I'm getting fined $90 for illegal camping, and they call it camping. What kind of shit is that? Camping. I wasn't camping. I was surviving.
So you sound
like
that
judge finds me for surviving under that bridge, I'm gonna look that judge right in the eye, and I'm gonna say, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, so ask me a question.
Okay, well, you sound pretty knowledgeable about the legal system, and
hey, I got socks and I got a stocking cap.
I'll ask you some political questions.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, do you classify yourself under one party or the other, or?
I'm a Democrat, I guess.
Democrat?
Yeah, I'm a Democrat. I'm all for Obama. Yeah.
And do you feel that you are accurately and fairly represented in this state?
I've never been represented fairly in any state I've ever been in, so that's, I've never been fairly represented. I'm a poor person. The only people who get fairly represented give a lot of money to their political parties, and then they get fairly represented, but not me.
So, have you been homeless in other states?
Yeah, in Iowa I was homeless for quite a while.
How do we compare?
In Iowa, there was a lot of places to hide. I was in Iowa City. There was lots of places where you could hide, where the cops couldn't fuck with you. In Eugene, there's no place to hide. I mean, you're exposed. So yeah, Eugene's pretty tough. Pretty tough to be homeless in this town. There's no place to hide.
Do you ever get a lot of hostility towards you?
Only from the cops. I mean, everybody in this town that's been on the street that I have met so far, God, I mean, 95% of them are really cool. And the other 5%, I walk away from. You know, I mean, it's cool, it's okay.
And what do you think is the most difficult part about being homeless?
Staying dry. If you get wet, you'll die. Stay dry, fine. Get wet, you'll die.
And do you have a religious affiliation?
I'm a druid. I'm a wizard.
Awesome. All right, and is there any advice that you would give to just anybody listening?
That are what?
Just life advice?
Okay, now look. I'm homeless. Have I done it by choice or have I done it by accident?
You're a druid, you did it by choice.
It's a little of both. You know, I mean, I'm not on the grid. You know, I'm not on the grid. I'm not sucked into the electricity, utility, rent. You know, have to have a job. Have to show up every day in the structured society that we live in. And this structured society that we live in, I believe, is going for a dive and is going soon. Your skills and your ability to survive outside of a structured society are going to be very important very soon.
So in a way, you're already more prepared for the future than most of my generation.
Well, you know, if you rely on a job to make your life full, you're in for some trouble. I really believe that's true.
All right. Thank you very
You're
much
welcome.
for your time.